Hey, if y'all ain't been seeing the videos, make sure you hit that notification bell. Everybody on Patreon, make sure you're caught up all the way from the beginning to the most recent video. If you're going to sign up, the best time to sign up for Patreon is on February 1st. We've been on top of this bull crap. So sure enough, you see this. I told you what the Proud Boys were. They are COINTELPRO. What they are COINTELPRO. A dang lie. A tool of the government to say, hey, these guys are bad and dangerous, and whatever ideology they want to attach to them, they do that to demonize it, and then they can call these type of people who would think at this way at whatever point a domestic terrorist. And we see here this Enrique Tarrio was an FBI informant. The leader of the Proud Boys extremist group has a past as an informer for federal and local law enforcement, repeatedly working undercover. And this is from way back in 2012. A joker. It ain't stopped. You see, they don't disclose their COINTELPRO operations. So, of course, he's going to say, oh, but Proud Boys, what he's doing now, he's not going to tell you what that really is all about. But this is key information that you need to know. And if I already told you what it was a long time ago, and then they come out and say it now, it's like, well, dang, you should have listened to me then. See, what they would try to do is try to paint things as, oh, that's just a crazy, stupid, retarded conspiracy theory. Why are you saying such things at the time? And then now they just go, oh, yeah, it's FBI informant. Well, guess what? All the other stuff I'm talking about, it's the same way. Like at some point, maybe one day they'll come out and tell you, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Or yeah, that is the case. We don't wait for them to do that no more. We just call it out for what it is, because bad things are happening. You see, they're using these people like this, and the Marjorie Greens and the Sullivan boys and anybody else, the Bates Alaskans, all these people, all those trick jokers, Q Shaman, running over there to that Capitol, and then they're doing this. U.S. issues terror alert over anti-government extremists. Well, what? Huh? The stuff I've been talking about, the stuff we've been talking about. But there's a specific thing they're talking about. See, nobody else talked about it. They might skim over it. But I precisely said, those on the left, all these people talking about domestic terrorists, I showed you the clips. And we saw these people calling them domestic terrorists. We saw them calling the Trump supporters domestic terrorists. I said, you don't see what's in the works. Y'all really either working for the agenda or you're just slow and don't give a crap. But this is going to be turned over on the left as well. And it will be a simultaneous propaganda that anybody who doesn't agree with the government will then be looked at as the domestic terrorists. That's why you should not be labeling people domestic terrorists. And what do you see? Homeland Security declared a nationwide terrorism alert, citing the potential threat from domestic anti-government extremists opposed to Joe Biden as president. What? Yes, because they had their people, Antifa, who the right just has to keep calling the left and liberal because they're just stuck in that box and they don't understand it's a whole operation. It's the FBI's COINTELPRO. Left and right doesn't matter. Information suggests that some ideologically motivated violent extremists with objections to the exercise of governmental authority and the presidential transition, as well as other perceived grievances. Well, I mean, that's so generic. Fueled by false narratives. Y'all put out disinfo. Y'all the ones created QAnon and other stupid fake conspiracies. Could continue to mobilize to incite or commit violence. And look at that. Joe Biden ain't wasting no time. Y'all put people in like Marjorie Greene. DHS doesn't have any information to indicate a specific credible plot. Yeah, they working on it. When I say they working on it, the government is working on the plot to hit its own self and then blame a certain type of people. That's what they've been doing. That's what the Capitol was. However, violent riots have continued in recent days, and we remain concerned that individuals frustrated with the exercise of governmental authority and the presidential transition could continue to mobilize a broad range of ideologically motivated actors to incite or commit violence. Keyword on actors, because they tricked over. See, before I go on. The alert said that there have been mounting threats since last year from domestic violent extremists motivated by restrictions. Can't even say it. But they mad about some type of restrictions. Anybody that don't agree with their stuff, anybody that don't like that stuff, now they want to label you a domestic terrorist, opposed to Joe Biden or opposed to measures. And now we on terror alert. Like, the real woke person understands that violence is the worst thing you can do. If you don't want the government taking control, then you don't do violence. You don't go out there tearing stuff up. Because what? Then that's going to mean they're going to come out and, oh, we need more control over this situation. That's the only way. So then what happens? Since the real people know, hey, we ain't doing no violence, that's stupid as heck. I mean, see what Martin Luther King did. He didn't do the violence, and that's when the results came. So instead of waiting on the real people to do it, which they won't, they use fake people to go tear things up. And then in hopes that some of the fake people in the front, they might influence some of the real people to do it. But overall, they got the news on their side to amplify whatever story that they want. So y'all, we need to stick together. And when I mean stick together, not meaning go out there in groups and go out and do these riots. But this year, we need to be on it. Every video I drop, I need you to be on that junk. Listen to the whole thing. All of the videos are in sequence. We are looking at this story together. We don't need nobody left behind this year. Because for it to get to this point, a lot of people been asleep. So I need all the people who's been with me throughout these years. We got to be on the same page. Redsilverj, all I gotta say.